Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to high school basketball brought to you by NBC Watertown. My name is Connor Lalone. We're in Copenhagen tonight, down in Lewis County, for a matchup between what looks to be two very good girls basketball teams. Copenhagen, the owners of an 11-2 record, of course, last year's Section 3 winners and state champions, Class D. And the visiting Hammond Red Devils, owners of a 7-0 record, so undefeated on the season so far, are the Red Devils. And it should be a good matchup as we're having the starting lineups for either team. And I'm excited to watch this one. I don't know about anyone else, but we already saw Copenhagen early in this season at JCC, and they looked a very exciting team then. And they seem to be set off against a very talented Hammond Red Devils team who has yet to lose a game. So as soon as we get underway, I will be your play-by-play man. Sitting next to me, to my left, we're actually down here on the stage at the far end of the gymnasium. Me and Zach Zabriskie, who is running the controls, and up in the stands by himself tonight is Carter Fazier on our camera. So we get set to jump here, won by Hammond, and they will possess the ball here to start the night. Pass into the corner for Howie, who looks inside for Kenyon, but the ball is taken away by Stokely. Stokely shot no good, rebounded by Hammond. Here they come in transition, and layup is good from Ava Howie in transition. So Hammond on the board first, 2-0, with just about 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter play here in Copenhagen. Top of the arc now is Stokely. Kicks to the corner for Fitzpatrick. Looks like we're going to get a jump ball. We will. Ball tied up that time between Smikla and Kenyon. Copenhagen will keep the ball following the jump. So under the basket, Stokely. Inbound pass off the foot and taken away by Hammond. And they'll bring it up the court. Here's Cunningham. Kicks to the far side for Kenyon. Down low, now battling, is Manning. Ball kicked all the way back out to this near side. In the paint now. Kenyon will kick back out. Good defense from Copenhagen. Driving to the basket, putting up the shot, no good. Was Zoe Cunningham. Stokely will take it away for the Knights. Kicks out to Miller. Nearly deflected. Shot up and in for 2 points from Aubrey Smikla for Copenhagen. Full court press from the Knights. Red Devils able to break out of it. Here they are with the ball. Top of the arc, Kenyon. Gonna pass far overside for a three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Stokely. Three-pointer was taken that time by Ava Howie on the far side in the corner. Ball stripped, but comes right back to Stokely. Her shot's no good. Second chance off the rim and out of bounds. And Hammond will take the ball under the basket on the far end of the gym. Doubled, but able to break out of it is Hammond. In the paint, shot was blocked, but a foul was committed in that act. So Sadie Sprayberry will go to the line for 2 shots. Shooting foul will go against Fitzpatrick. That'll be her first. First free throw from Sprayberry is good. Second is off. Out of bounds. Last touched by Claire Jones. And ball will stay here under this basket here on the near side. Intercepted on the inbound by Fitzpatrick will take it up the court. Hammond did well to get back and prevent any sort of transition opportunity. Offensive rebound for Jones. Looking in towards the paint and eventually picked back out for the jumper for Smikla. 2 points on the mid-range jumper that time. Another full court press for the Knights, and Hammond able to break out. On a far corner and trapped and turned over. It'll be Fitzpatrick with the steal. Cheek thought about the three. She's going to dish instead to Jones. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Hammond. And Copenhagen will inbound under the basket. Stokely set to inbound. A couple of runners through the paint. She finds Jones. Loose ball taken away by Hammond. Here comes Howie. Ball came loose for a second. Howie able to retrieve it. Ava Howie, tightly guarded. Now here in the corner is Kenyon. Howie again. Going to take this shot from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Jones. Picks up her dribble, but is able to find Fitzpatrick, who will bring the ball up the court for the Knights. To Jones. Shot blocked and taken away by Hammond. Here comes Manning. Three-pointer on the far side. No good. Offensive rebound, though. Spinning the shot, no good. Ball right here in the near corner. And taken away by Stokely. Great ball handling that time, too. Dribble out of pressure after the defensive rebound. Three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound, Stokely. Another three-pointer for Copenhagen. This time it is good. Aubrey Smikla on the three. So good round of applause from the home faithful here in Copenhagen, of which there are quite a few. Underneath the basket, up and in for 2 points on the layup is Landry Kenyon. So an answer right back for the Red Devils after the Smikla three. They'll slow it down on offense here. Stokely top of the arc. Picks to Jones. Now it's Smikla. Shot clock running down. Shot attempt off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Copenhagen. There's Jones on the rebound that time. Giving Copenhagen a second chance at offense here. Jones spinning, putting a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Kenyon, who brings the ball up the court for the Red Devils. Kick to the far side for a three-pointer. Buried by Ava Howie on a three-pointer in the far corner. And the game's tied at 7. Smikla with the ball, guarded by Howie. Couple of screens. And eventually the ball is passed to Fitzpatrick. Looking for Jones at the top of the arc. Three-pointer off the right of the iron and rebounded by Hammond. Three-pointer that time from Smikla was no good. Just missed a little off to the right side. And it looks like Samantha Stokely's going to pick up her first foul with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. With the game tied at 7. Here's Cunningham at the top of the arc for the Red Devils. Kicks to Howie. Guarded tightly there by Cheek. Back to Howie, into the paint. Up and in with the right hand for Ava Howie. 2 points on the layup as she cut to the basket and got through. Cheek passes to Fitzpatrick, who finds Stokely. Doubled. Top of the arc, three-pointer. Off the front of the iron and back in to the hands of a Copenhagen player on the offensive rebound. Shot was blocked that time, and Hammond coming in, fast break. Shot from Howie that time on the feed from Kenyon on a fast break. So 2 points for Hammond that time in transition. Stokely with the ball. Going to find Cheek, back to Stokely. Pass deflected, but finds its way to Smikla. Down low, able to keep it in, was Fitzpatrick. Ball's going to be taken away by the Red Devils, and here comes Kenyon. Kenyon handles the ball very well for a player of her size. Good ball movement, finds Howie in the corner, no good. Offensive rebound and in for 2 points for Landry Kenyon. And we're going to have a timeout called by Copenhagen. It'll be a full timeout as Hammond, on a little bit of a run here, has taken a 6-point lead, 13-7. So as I mentioned really briefly, a good crowd here in Copenhagen. Of course, the girls basketball team, storied here in Copenhagen, always very successful. I'm not sure you can see it tonight on our camera, but on the far end of the gym, pretty much directly across from where we are, you can see all the banners for, among other things, basketball, girls soccer, baseball. Very just athletic-heavy school, Copenhagen. Always does very well in Class D. And, of course, the big couple banners down at that far end of the gym. One is a state championship for girls soccer. Actually, 3 of those, but the most recent addition, the state championship banner for girls basketball that was won last season. So this Copenhagen program looking to continue with that success. And I'd have to say they've been fairly decent so far this season at 11-2. Pretty hard to argue with that sort of record. They'll take the ball coming out of the timeout. Taken away, though, this time by Howie. He's going to put up a shot and bury it. 3-pointer for Ava Howie again. And it's 16-7 with 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Smikla was fouled. I believe he'll go against Howie. And it will be the first against Ava Howie for Hammond. Ball inbounded to Smikla, and a fight for it. And they're going to get a travel whistle here. I believe that travel will be whistled against Kenyon. And it will, so Copenhagen will take the ball on the far end of the gym. Inbound intended for Stokely is taken away by Howie. He's already got a couple of steals early in this game. Driving into the paint now is Manning. Her shot no good. Offensive rebound up and in by Landry Kenyon. And Copenhagen doesn't have much of an answer so far for the size of Kenyon down low. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Copenhagen going to put up a 3. Too strong. Nearly reeled in by Stokely, but unable to corral it. And it'll go out of play with 4.6 left on the clock. So Hammond will get one last chance at the offensive end of things. Slowly bringing the ball up the court. They won't get any offense there at the end of the first quarter. So as things stand, it's an 11-point lead for the visiting Hammond Red Devils. And with that break, I will send things over to Zach Zabriskie, who's got a word from our sponsors for tonight's live stream.
Thank you very much, Connor. Yep, we'd like to thank Farney's. If you're looking to do any remodeling project, check out Farney's in Carthage. They have anything you can need or want. That's right there on Route 26. You can check out their lumberyard, and if you have any dreams of remodeling a bathroom or kitchen, they're an extension of Ace, and they can make that vision come true. Once again, that's Farney's. And last but not least, we got Massey's Furniture Barn. Check out Massey's January clearance sale going on now. Save up to 70%. Shop Massey's Furniture Barn. And we'll head back to you, Connor.
Thank you very much, Zach, and thank you to all of our sponsors for tonight's live stream of girls high school basketball, brought to you by NBC Watertown. It's been a good first quarter of action between two very good teams, Copenhagen and Hammond. Hammond currently with an 11-point lead, really courtesy of a bit of a hot streak at the end of that first quarter, where it seemed like Howie and Kenyon could not be stopped. We'll see if Copenhagen has drawn up an answer for those players. Pass down low, and unable to save it was Sprayberry on the pass intended for Sprayberry herself unable to save it before going out of bounds, and Copenhagen will take the ball. Stokely will kick, and now it's out on the far side. Here's Stokely again, top of the yard. Ball does come loose. Shot up and no good, out of the hands of Taylor. Long pass finds Howie. Top of the arc. Good ball move, finding the open player. Three-pointer, no good from Manning, and then the offensive rebound by Sprayberry, whose shot was deflected out of play. Hammond will retain possession under the basket. Cunningham inbounds. Fouled on the shot was Kenyon. And she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Foul whistled against Jones. That'll be her first. So Kenyon at the line for 2. First shot is good. And the second free throw from Kenyon, good as well. So 20-7 the score. With 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Stokely picked up her dribble. Eventually found Miller, who then nearly turned it over. Here's Stokely going to take the shot. Rebounded on the offensive end. It was Taylor with the offensive rebound, and then a foul whistled against Zoe Cunningham. So Copenhagen ball under the basket. Inbound and a quick shot, no good. Stokely fighting for it with Kenyon. Jump ball. And the ball will stay with the Knights. So good work from Stokely. You get the offensive rebound on that shot from Taylor. Inbound nearly intercepted. Smikla to the far corner for Stokely, driving to the basket. Good pass, and in for 2 points for Smikla on the assist from Stokely. Good press from Copenhagen. Howie will get the ball over half court. Moving around the top of the arc and putting up the 3. Too strong that time from Kenyon, but an offensive rebound for Hammond. Kenyon's going to get the offensive rebound and then is fouled on the shot. This will be the second time we've seen Kenyon at the free throw line. Made both the first time. First one's good this time as well, so 3 for 3 so far from the line for Landry Kenyon. Second from Kenyon, no good. Rebounded by Stokely, who will bring the ball up the court for the Knights. They trail 21-9. Three-pointer, short. Rebounded by Kenyon again. Who else? Here come the Red Devils. It's Cunningham on the ball, guarded by Smikla. Far side, Howie. Down low, into the paint, up and in for 2 points. Sprayberry on the assist from Howie. 6 minutes to go here in the second. 23-9 in favor of the visiting Hammond Red Devils. Pass for Jones taken away. And here come Hammond again. Up and no good, but an offensive rebound for Kenyon that time. Got her own rebound and then was fouled. Foul on the floor, so Hammond will inbound right in front of the stage here at the far end of the gymnasium. Inbound to Howie, guarded by Stokely. Howie's going to put up a 3, and it's no good. Rebounded by Kenyon, whose second chance basket falls, and it's 25-9 with 5.5 minutes to go. Stokely just about at half court. Found Taylor, who was posting up. Cheek with the ball, pass to Stokely, who traveled. And we'll have a couple of changes for the Knights. Stokely will check out. Kenzie Lee will come in, as well as Caitlin Gutermoot. On the far side, Zoe Cunningham. Kicks to Kenyon at the top of the arc. Now down low for Manning, who cuts inside, puts up a shot, no good. Taken away by Cheek. And then the ball deflected out of play by Hammond. Cheek will bring the ball up the court for the Copenhagen Knights. Cheek gave it away but gets it back. Pass for Gutermoot. Back to Cheek. Finds Smikla. Shot clock running down. Cheek's going to take a long three. Was fouled on the shot. Less than ideal foul to give away that time for Cunningham on the three-pointer with the shot clock running down. And it will send Madison Cheek to the line for two. First one is good. Cutting it to a 15-point lead for Hammond. Second bounces in as well. And the third on the rare foul on the three-pointer was good. So Cheek makes all three free throws from the line that time. And it's 25-12. Here's Hammond with some speed. Looking down low for Kenyon. Going to put a shot up. No good, but an offensive rebound by Kenyon. Takes a dribble. Shot no good again. And ball out of bounds. Last touch by Sprayberry. Copenhagen will take over. So a couple offensive rebounds that time for Kenyon, but unable to capitalize. And Copenhagen will take it away. Smikla was fouled. It'll go against Howie. That'll be her second already, with 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And Copenhagen will inbound right in front of the scorer's table. Smikla looking for Fitzpatrick in the corner, unable to find her. Ball deflected out of play by Kenyon. And Cheek will inbound on the far side of the gymnasium. Smikla with the ball. Top of the arc, good screen on Howie. Frees up, Smikla to take a three, no good. Rebounded by Kenyon. Long pass up the court for Ava Howie, who has the ball now. Howie going to slow it down a little bit for the Red Devils. Here on the near side. And then down low for 2 points. Sprayberry on the assist from Haley Manning, who looked like maybe had a chance to take a three-pointer, elected to pass inside instead. And Sprayberry able to put it up and in for 2 points. Here's Cheek. Turned over and taken away by Cunningham. Driving to the basket is Cunningham. Shot blocked by Cheek. So excellent work to get back on defense after the turnover by Madison Cheek and blocked the shot in transition, denying Zoe Cunningham 2 points. Here's Cunningham under the basket, inbounding, looking for Kenyon, who has the ball. Driving the paint, Landry Kenyon. Look to get the ball to Cunningham, who is out of bounds. And Copenhagen will inbound under the basket. Gutermoot inbounds to Smikla, who brings the ball up the court. Pass to Cheek. Gutermoot now. Pass across the court finds Smikla in the corner now. Cutting inside, putting up a shot with the right hand. No good. Rebounded by Manning, and then the foul was committed by Smikla, I believe. That'll be her first. Hammond will inbound under their own basket. Pass taken away by Smikla on the inbound. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound. Gutermoot has the ball taken away, and here comes Hammond with Haley Manning. Pass down low for Sprayberry. Manning the Sprayberry again for 2 points. Cheek going to take a three-pointer. No good. Short off the iron. Rebounded, though, by Copenhagen. Miller taking that one away. Fitzpatrick, rather. Smickla with the ball at the top of the arc, guarded by Howie. Hard screen. Shot looked like it was blocked. Copenhagen's going to come up with an offensive rebound. Lots of contact as Fitzpatrick lost the ball, and lots of contact again. Fitzpatrick involved. We're going to have a foul whistled. That one will go against Fitzpatrick. That'll be her second. And the fifth foul against Copenhagen will send Hammond to the line for a 1-and-1. It'll be Haley Manning. Last couple players check in for the Knights. Claire Jones comes in, as well as Taylin Laraquente. First shot is good on a 1-and-1 for Manning. Manning's second free throw, good as well. So stoppage to play, another substitution for the Knights. Checking in is Hallie Miller. Here's Aubrey Smickla with the ball to Madison Cheek. Back to Smickla. Miller. Now back to Smickla, who's going to put up a shot. No good. And out of play, last touch by Hammond. So Copenhagen will keep the ball under the basket. Inbound to Miller. Passes for Jones. Jones against the much taller Kenyon. Able to do well enough. And we're going to get a whistle against Haley Manning that time. A blocking foul. And Smickla looked to get past her. Ball into the basket for the Knights. Cheek inbounding. Unable to find Smickla. Ball deflected by Manning. Here comes Howie. Pass down low for Sprayberry. Up and in for 2 points. Sadie Sprayberry on the assist from Howie. Here's Smickla against Howie. Pass intended for Miller is taken away. Sprayberry with the ball. Finds Howie. He's going to put up a three and bury it. Ava Howie on a three-pointer assist from Sprayberry. And so Sadie Sprayberry really getting involved here in the second quarter, both under the basket and as a playmaker, as we just saw there, with the assist to Howie for a three-pointer. Copenhagen's going to call another timeout with 1:15 to go in the second quarter. They trail 36-12. It's been an offensive explosion for the Hammond Red Devils so far. Led initially in that first quarter by Landry Kenyon, but here in the second, mostly by Sadie Sprayberry, mixing a couple of three-pointers for Ava Howie. And that's where we are at so far tonight. So timeout for Copenhagen, chance to talk things over. We've seen them really kind of struggle with the size down low for Hammond. Both Sprayberry and Kenyon have some significant length, and it's been difficult for them to really defend that inside, at least so far tonight. So the discussion here for Copenhagen. And Bobby Lefevre telling them they need to wrap it up here. So the Copenhagen ball down here right in front of us. Right in front of Zach and I should say. Smickla will bring the ball up the court for the Knights. She'll kick to Madison Cheek. Guarded by Howie at the top of the arc. Pass taken away and down for Howie in transition. Jones able to get back and get a hand in. Looked like Claire Jones was maybe going to take that one away. At the very least, was able to break up any sort of offensive chance for Hammond that time. Inbound from Howie, finds Cunningham. Back to Howie, picks up her dribble. Cunningham, top of the arc, now cutting into the paint, putting up the shot with the right hand. Smooth layup that time for Zoe Cunningham on the assist from Howie. Smickle with the ball. Into the corner for Laracuente. Back to Smickle, who's going to put up a two-pointer, no good. Ball bouncing around and eventually rebounded by Zoe Cunningham. Cunningham will find Sprayberry, who will get the ball back to Cunningham over half court. Cunningham guarded by Smickla to Howie. Howie in the near corner to Sprayberry in the post and up and in for 2 points. Another Sprayberry two-pointer from Ava Howie. And so about 5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Long three-pointer from Cheek is no good. And the clock will expire here on the first half of play between the Copenhagen Knights and the Hammond Red Devils. And so far it's the visitors with a commanding 40-12 lead as we end play here in the second quarter. So as I said, during that last timeout, it's been a combination of Kenyon, Sprayberry, and Howie who have done most of the damage for the visiting Red Devils. And so far, Copenhagen unable to really stop the size down low. So as we enter the halftime break, I'm going to give Zach Zabriskie a chance to tell you about our sponsors for tonight's live stream.
Thank you very much, Connor. I'd like to start off by thanking Farney's. If you're looking to do any remodeling project, check out Farney's. They're right there in Carthage, Route 26. They have a lumber yard, and if you have any dreams of remodeling your bathroom or kitchen, just go to Farney's. They're an extension of Ace, and they'll make that vision come true. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Massey's Furniture Barn. Right now, you can check out Massey's January clearance sale going on now. Save up to 70%. Shop Massey's Furniture Barn. And I think we'll go into half right now. We'll see a little bit of this half-court shot challenge, and we'll get back to you after that.
Well, folks, welcome back to girls high school basketball, brought to you by NBC Watertown. Been a good one so far between the Hammond Red Devils here in Copenhagen against the Copenhagen Knights. A little bit unexpected, at least for us, coming into this one. Thought it'd be maybe a little closer than it has been so far. Visiting Red Devils leading 40-12 over the Knights here in Copenhagen. We hope you enjoyed the half-court contest during the halftime break. I know we did over here by the controls, and from our vantage point down here in the stage area of the gymnasium here in Copenhagen. We'll get back underway as Hammond will start with the ball. Howie, against some pressure, able to find eventually down low. It was Manning who was down low on the dish from Cunningham, and she was fouled in the act of shooting. She'll go to the line for two. So it'll be two shots for Haley Manning to start the third quarter. First one is good, and the second coming shortly. Short off the iron and rebounded by Cheek, who will bring the ball up the court for Copenhagen. So after the free throw make, 41-12 is the score. Jones in the near corner, kicks to Cheek. Good ball movement from Copenhagen. Gets the ball to Stokely. Cutting underneath the basket, Samantha Stokely. Looking for Fitzpatrick that time in the paint. Ball came loose, and a foul will be whistled against Zoe Cunningham. That'll be her third. She'll come out of the game here early in the third quarter. It'll be Laurel Vinch who checks in for the Red Devils. Stokely looking to inbound. Taken away this time by Manning. Manning all alone, cutting to the basket, putting it up and in for 2 points. Haley Manning in transition. So fast break, 2 points for Haley Manning that time for the Red Devils. It's 43-12. Jones with the ball in the corner. He's going to put up a shot. No good off the iron. Jones nearly got her own offensive rebound. Instead, it was taken by Vinch, who then turned the ball over under the basket. And still fighting is Copenhagen. Shot's going to come up from Cheek. No good. Rebounded, tipped out to Jones by Stokely, who was fouled. Jones, that is, was fouled after the tip from Stokely. It was a shot under the basket for Smikla that was no good, that started it all. Under the basket and traveled Alyssa Fitzpatrick on the inbound pass. There was some contact there, but not enough to warrant a foul, according to the referee on the far side. And instead, there'll be a traveling violation and a turnover. Vinch turns the ball over. Fitzpatrick with the steal that time. And she'll bring the ball up the court for the Knights. Cheek into the corner for Smikla, whose shot is no good, but she was fouled. And she'll go to the line for two. That'll be the first foul against Laurel Vinch. And Smikla's first shot, no good. Appeared to miss on the right side. Second from Smikla is good. Eventually, Manning will come down here to inbound the ball. She finds Howie on the handoff pass. Ava Howie with some speed. Going to back it out. Guarded by Stokely. Pass down low for Kenyon, and she was fouled on the shot attempt. Foul will go against Cheek, and that'll be her second. Kenyon looking to stay perfect from the line is no good. Here's the second from Landry Kenyon. So the second's good for Kenyon, and it's 44-13. Aubrey Smikla will bring the ball up the court for the Knights. Good screen from Fitzpatrick. Ball down to Stokely here in the near corner. And the ball touched out of bounds. Whistled by referee Lefevre here on this near side. Ball inbounded to Vinch and then kicked back to Manning, who will bring the ball up the court for the Red Devils. Manning guarded tightly by Smikla. Manning going to kick out up top for Kenyon. Kenyon looking down low for Howie. Ball deflected but recovered by Sprayberry. Shot up and in from Manning that time. So 2 points for Haley Manning on the shot down low. Cheek into the post for Stokely. Picks up her dribble. Kicks back to Cheek, who's going to put up a three. No good. Offensive rebound by Smikla that time, and her shot couldn't go. Hammond looked to find Howie under the basket in transition. Let the ball go out of play. Turned over, and here come the Knights. Stokely to Smikla up top. Screened by Jones. Now here's Cheek against Howie. And able to save it was Cheek. He's going to put up a three this time. Short. Stokely fighting for it. Able to keep it in. Pass down low as the shot clock was expiring and taken away. Steal that time for Landry Kenyon. Manning will handle against Smikla. Manning now dishing to Vinch, to Howie. Still Smikla on the ball defensively. Now Stokely. Vinch with the ball against Jones. And that'll be a foul whistled against Claire Jones. That'll be her second, as she tried to wrestle the ball away from Laurel Vinch. Hammond under the basket. Manning inbounding for Kenyon. Shot up and in that time. Another 2 points for Manning. It's 48-13 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds here in the third quarter. Madison Cheek to Stokely. Looked to find Jones inside. Ball was taken away that time by Sprayberry. Here's Kenyon with the ball. Going to find Vinch down low, who spins. And her shot was blocked by Claire Jones. So Vinch put a good spin on that time, but Claire Jones completely unfooled and able to swat that one away. Sprayberry's going to put up a long two. No good, rebounded by Cheek. Ball taken away by Sprayberry. Down under the basket, Kenyon on the feed. And in for 2 points. Good pass that time from Manning to find Kenyon down low. And Copenhagen's going to take another timeout, their first here in the second half, with 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go in quarter number 3. They trail 50-13 against the Hammond Red Devils. So another opportunity for Copenhagen to talk it over. Seen several times direction from that sideline has been to move the ball quicker than they have been on offense. Pretty animated discussion here for the Copenhagen Knights. Find themselves in the tough spot against a very good Red Devils team who are undefeated on the season, 7-0. A couple of very good wins for them at Ogdensburg Free Academy as well as at Hewelton. Hewelton, one of the only two teams to defeat the Knights so far this season. So a good win on the road for Hammond against the team that is one of the very few to have success against the defending state champs. And so far Hammond has not had too much of an issue with the Knights either. Cheek will inbound to Smikla, who kicks to Stokely. Back to Smikla against Howie. Cheek with the ball. Looking into the corner for Stokely, who's going to drive to the basket. Guarded tightly there and taken away by Howie. Stokely found her way blocked off by Kenyon and just had nowhere to go. And that pass was picked off by Ava Howie pretty quickly. Haley Manning now with the ball. Loses it briefly against Smikla. Kenyon's going to take the ball at the top of the arc and look down low for Sprayberry. Ball still bouncing around. And Alyssa Fitzpatrick was able to come up with that one before she was fouled. It'll be the second foul against Vinch. Stokely to Cheek. Smikla looking for Fitzpatrick, but the ball was taken away by Kenyon, who drives to the basket, puts up a shot with the right hand from the left side, and it's good for 2 points. So another 2 points down low for Landry Kenyon. Has made it a 52-13 game. Ball moving around the top for Copenhagen. Stokely into the paint for Smikla. And we're going to get a foul called against Kenyon. Reaching in, trying to steal that one away from Smikla on the pass from Stokely. So Smikla will go to the line. And it'll be 2 shots for Aubrey Smikla. First one rolls off the front of the iron, off the back of the iron, and out. Second for Smikla, no good either. Ball bouncing out of play off of the foot of Fitzpatrick. Well, I thought it went off the foot of Fitzpatrick, but it actually went out of bounds off the hands of Sprayberry. Ball loose off the inbound. Down low for Fitzpatrick. Tough pass for Smikla, but handled well and then put in for 2 points. Aubrey Smikla on the feed from Alyssa Fitzpatrick. And Copenhagen trail 52-15 now. On the far side is Howie. And foul's going to be whistled against Stokely. I believe that's her third, and it is her third. Madison Cheek's going to check out of the game. And Caitlin Gutermut's going to come in for the Knights. Inbound pass. And then taken away. Here comes Fitzpatrick. Shot no good, but an offensive rebound for Stokely, who then puts it in for 2 points. So not the conventional way to get 2 points in transition, but Stokely gets them nonetheless. It's 52-17. Cunningham kicks to Manning. Now down low and in for 2 points. Sprayberry. Here's Smikla. Good screen set by Fitzpatrick. Shot up and in for 2 points. 54-19 with a minute and 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cunningham kicks to Manning. Now into the paint for Sprayberry. Shot blocked there. Nearly taken away. Good double. And right in front of the bench, Hammond's going to take a timeout, as Zoe Cunningham was completely blocked off on the double team that time. So 30-second timeout called by the Red Devils. Gives both teams a chance to talk it over. Copenhagen with a couple of baskets here in quick succession in the third quarter. And it's 54-19 in favor of the visiting Red Devils, with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So again, a beautiful weather night like we've had. Really, knock on wood on the bleachers in front of me, like most of the winter so far. The ride down to Lewis County was no issue for tonight's matchup. Hammond with the ball. Sprayberry down low. Shot no good. Offensive rebound by Woodcock. And then the second chance for Isabel Woodcock is no good. Taken away by Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick down low for Miller. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Manning. Haley Manning down the court for Ava Howie. Howie into the paint. Shot no good from Woodcock that time. Rebounded by Fitzpatrick. Smikla loses the ball. Able to keep it though. Fitzpatrick in the paint. Up and in. Oh no. Off the glass. It looked like it was in from this angle on the layup for Alyssa Fitzpatrick. Foul whistled basically right at half court against Fitzpatrick. And that will send Cunningham to the line. Zoe Cunningham misses the first free throw. And the second free throw from Cunningham is good with 13.4 left in the third quarter. Good round of applause for Alyssa Fitzpatrick. Inbound to Jones. Long inbound pass that time. Claire Jones is going to dish back to Aubrey Smikla. Smikla's going to put up a shot. No good. And able to save it that time was Miller. Ball still bouncing around. And the shot not quite before the buzzer. Wouldn't have counted, but was no good anyway that time from Lara Cuente. And so at the end of the third quarter, the score is 55-19 in favor of the Hammond Red Devils here in Copenhagen, New York. And I think we're going to take this chance to tell you about our sponsors for tonight's live stream of girls high school basketball, brought to you by NBC Watertown.
Well, thank you very much, Connor. I'd like to start off and thank Massey's Furniture Barn. Check out their Massey's January clearance sale going on now. You can save up to 70% at Shop Massey's Furniture Barn. And I'd also like to thank Farney's, a big sponsor for us for this high school basketball game of the week. But you can check out their lumberyard right there at Farney's on Carthage on Route 26 if you have any dreams of remodeling your bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, anything else you can think of. Just go to Farney's or an extension of Ace, and they'll help you make that vision come true. It's Farney's on Route 26, Carthage.
Well, thank you, Zach. Thank you to Farney's and Massey Furniture Barn for sponsoring tonight's live stream of girls high school basketball here in Copenhagen, New York. Brought to you by NBC Watertown. Copenhagen will get the ball out of the timeout. Ball nearly taken out of bounds, instead taken away. Here's Howie now backing in on the fast break opportunity. No good. Rebound by Lara Cuente. And here comes Smikla. Pass down low for Taylor was no good. Ball loose here and still fighting for it. Sprayberry able to get it away. Here's Howie driving to the basket, putting up the shot with the right hand is Ava Howie for 2 points. Layup that time in transition. Aubrey Smikla with the ball. Lara Cuente in the near corner. Ball comes loose, taken away by Kenyon. Landry Kenyon finds Ava Howie on the fast break opportunity, and it's good on the layup for Howie that time from Kenyon. Smikla against Howie. Screened by Lara Cuente. Top of the arc. Miller, ball taken away by Cunningham, who's going to take it all the way to the basket for 2 points. Zoe Cunningham on the steal and transition layup. And Copenhagen's going to be called for a line violation on the inbound pass, actually. And so the ball will stay down at that far end of the gym. It'll be Hammond's ball as a group of changes for the Knights. Madison Cheeks back into the game. Ball down low for Kenyon. Ball comes loose and taken away by Cheek. Here comes Cheek in transition. And Manning thought she had taken that one cleanly, but is whistled for the foul. Be her second. And it'll be Copenhagen ball underneath the basket. Stokely looking for options. And the paint, Fitzpatrick spins, puts a shot up with the right hand, no good, but an offensive rebound. Stokely kicks to Cheek, whose two-pointer is good from just outside the paint. So 2 points on the jump shot for Madison Cheek on the assist from Samantha Stokely. And it's a 40-point game, 61-21, with 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Good pressure that time from Smikla, but able to break out of it was Manning, who cut to the basket and was fouled there. It'll be 2 shots for Haley Manning on the 4th foul against Alyssa Fitzpatrick. First shot for Manning is good from the line. And the second from Manning in and out. Nearly rebounded by Cheek. Instead, it's Kenyon who's going to put it up and in for 2 points. Offensive rebound and the layup for Landry Kenyon. Here's Samantha Stokely. She'll kick to Cheek. Stokely again. Screened by Smikla, but the ball turned over. Taken away by Manning. And fighting for it at half court was Landry Kenyon. And in the chaos that ensued, Kenyon was fouled. Will be the 3rd against Madison Cheek. Ava Howie now, doubled at the top of the arc. Down low for Sprayberry, who kicks to Kenyon in the paint. And 2 points for Landry Kenyon on the feed from Sadie Sprayberry. Cheek now with the ball. Kicks to Fitzpatrick in the paint, and a foul whistled there. That'll be the 3rd against Kenyon. So Stokely will inbound here under the basket. Long pass up top for Smikla. Jones, Fitzpatrick. Long pass intended for Stokely, taken away by Kenyon. Ball poked loose, though, by Stokely. Cheek on the layup. Shot blocked and out of play. Last touch on the block for Sprayberry. Stokely inbounds. Shot no good. Rebounded by Cunningham. Long pass down the court for Howie, who puts it up and in for 2 points. Ava Howie on the long feed in transition. 68-21 is the score with just under 5 minutes. Stokely kicks to Fitzpatrick, who puts it up and in for 2 points on the short jumper. Cunningham gets the ball back from Howie. Picked up by Smikla. Good battle between Fitzpatrick and Sprayberry going on. Pass down low intended for Kenyon, out of bounds. Last touch by Copenhagen. It'll stay with Hammond. Sadie Sprayberry is going to check out of the game for the Red Devils. And Isabel Woodcock will come in. Ball taken away by Smikla, who's driving to the basket. From the left side, no good. Fight for the ball again. And foul is whistled. I believe that will be whistled against Smikla, which is her second. Ball inbounded by Cunningham, nearly taken away, but good work to break the press. Laurel Vinch with the ball. Kicks to Kenyon, who's going to put up a long three and bury it. So Landry Kenyon with a long three-pointer. Big grin on her face as she's running back down to this near side. Fitzpatrick doubled in the corner. Cheek against Kenyon, kicks to Fitzpatrick. Finds Smikla in the paint, able to fight through, but shot blocked by Kenyon and taken the other way. Kenyon's pass intended for Howie, broken up by Jones that time and taken away by Stokely. Driving to the paint, and Kenyon's going to take that one away as well. Landry Kenyon, good moves there, and we'll find Howie on the long cross-court pass. Howie, three-pointer, buried from beyond the arc on the long feed that time from Landry Kenyon. And Kenyon is going to check out of the game after a couple of very nice plays, a three-pointer, and then a long feed down the court after a steal to find Ava Howie for a three-pointer. Jones in the post was fouled. It'll be against Rayleigh Downs. Be her first, having just checked into the game. Stokely under the basket. Fitzpatrick out to Smikla. Smikla's shot rolls off basically every piece of the iron, but finds its way back out. Long pass down the court, taken away by Cheek. Cheek now with some options. Finds Fitzpatrick in the corner, cuts inside, and double dribble against Alyssa Fitzpatrick as she looked to cut inside that time. It'll be a full line change for Copenhagen as all 5 players on the court will make way. Hallie Miller, Hope Staplin, Mackenzie Lee, Peyton Taylor, and Taylin Laracuente all came onto the court in that substitution. Ball went out of play, last touch by Copenhagen, and Zoe Cunningham will inbound for the Red Devils. Cunningham with the ball now, guarded by Taylor. Cunningham picked up by Miller. And shot blocked. Blocked that time from Lee, and the ball will be taken away by the Knights, but turned over, and a steal this time for Zoe Cunningham. Cunningham guarded by her opposite 12, Zoe Cunningham guarded by Hallie Miller, I should say. Shot in the post that time from Woodcock was no good. Ball taken away by the Knights. Here comes Miller. Kicks up top for Taylor. Taylor will find Laracuente. Miller with the ball. Good movement. Loose ball here and a fight for it. And we're going to have a jump ball between Claire Jones, I believe. No, Mackenzie Lee, rather. And Isabel Woodcock for Hammond. The arrow will favor the Red Devils, and they'll get the ball. Cunningham picks up her dribble at the top of the arc, looks down low, up and in for 2 points. The feed from Cunningham to Manning. Minute 25 left here in the fourth quarter. It's 76-23 in favor of the Red Devils. Another fight for the ball. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. That'll be the first against Isabel Woodcock for Hammond. Inbound pass to Lee, whose shot was no good. Another shot up and in for Copenhagen, cutting it 76-25. Cunningham down low. Good on the feed from Cunningham as Rayleigh Downs on the right-handed layup. Under a minute now in the fourth quarter. Top of the arc is Miller. Going to put up a shot. Nearly banked it in that time, did Hallie Miller. Rebounded by Zoe Cunningham. Cunningham picked up by Miller. Gets it out to the far side for Vinch, whose shot is no good. Ball out of play, last touch by Rayleigh Davis. And Copenhagen will get the ball with exactly 30 seconds left on the clock. So shot clock off now, under 30 seconds. Miller, pass deflected. Able to pick it up was Taylor. Shot nearly rolled in. Fight for it, and the ball will be taken away by Woodcock, who finds Cunningham. Cunningham guarded by Miller with under 10 seconds to go. And Hammond will just dribble this one out as time will expire here in Copenhagen. And so the home Knights running into a very difficult Hammond Red Devils team to play. And Hammond will extend their undefeated season to 8-0 as the home Copenhagen Knights drop their third of the season. Still the owners of a very good 11-3 record. As both teams will shake hands here, and we will step aside. So for Carter Thazier on the camera, Zach Zabriskie on the controls, I'm Connor Lalone. Thank you very much for watching Girls High School Basketball, brought to you by NBC Watertown. For everybody at NBC Watertown and for our crew here tonight, thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.